Welcome to Journey to Joy Live, a podcast to promote wellness, resilience, and inspire joy. Be empowered to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health while providing mental health awareness and breaking down the stigma of mental illness in the Black community. I'm your host, Dr. If Joy, and I'm here to help you transform life's challenges into opportunities for joy. Let's begin the journey together. Hello, we are in episode 115, Cleared for Takeoff, Soaring Past Self-Doubt with Joy. And that is my special guest, Joi Schweitzer. She is a pilot and first officer. She is an entrepreneur, a belief mentor who helps women rise with clarity, confidence, and purpose. A former flight attendant turned airline pilot, Joi proves that with faith, vision, and relentless action, you can land your dream. As a founder of Ride High Coffee and creator of Cleared for Takeoff, she blends aviation leadership with wellness, faith, to inspire others to soar beyond limits. And I am just so happy to have you on my podcast. Welcome, Joi.
Thank you, Dr. Enjoy. I really thank you for the opportunity, and I'm happy to be here.
Woohoo. So it is 9/11, and I happen to have a pilot on 9/11. And, we can't go through this without acknowledging 9/11 and all the people that died and the families. And there's just so much residual trauma, just even from, what was it, like 24 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
so go ahead.
no, finish your thought, and I'll.
No, I'm just thinking about where I was when it happened. And,
Yeah.
to be honest, I people could be like, "What are you talking about?" I had never even heard of the trade centers when it happened. So, I just remember being a freshman in college. So, 2001, I graduated high school. So, I was a freshman in college. I remember being in chemistry lab, and they were talking about these trade center I'm like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
And, everybody remembers exactly where they were when it happened. Do you remember where you were?
I do. I was also in college, and I was sitting in my dorm room with my roommate, and we watched the whole thing on TV, and it was so heartbreaking. It is a very reflective day, very solemn day for the aviation community, and my
Mm.
heart goes out to the families, the
Mhm.
victims, the first responders, their families, and everyone who was a victim and during that time. It was very, very sad, very
Yeah.
tragic.
Exactly. And at what point did you know you wanted to be a pilot?
I've always known that I wanted to be a pilot ever since I was a little girl. Very adventurous. I
Mhm.
remember looking up in the sky, and I had always carried a notepad with me, and I
Mhm.
would jot down the different types of airplanes
Mhm.
when I saw it. And so my parents took note of this and said, you know what, she really likes the aviation community. And my dad, he worked for Dobbins Air Force Base
Mhm.
at the time. And so he would take my siblings and I to the flight line, put us behind large military aircrafts.
Mhm.
I was bitten by the flying bug, probably at
Baby,
about 12 years old.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so awesome. So, I mean, this topic is all about being clear for takeoff, knowing your dreams, chasing after them, soaring past self-doubt. So, since you knew all your life you wanted to be a pilot, you were in college on 9/11 when that initially happened. I mean, what did that do for your dream? Like, did that inspire you? Or did you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to be a pilot?
Yeah, I have never been a person to allow fear to take over. I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Yeah.
There are other things that's consumed me in the past, and we'll probably talk about that during this live. But I have always been a resilient person, never afraid. I was always that audacious, bold, daring kid
Mhm.
who wasn't afraid to do anything. And even though I saw the tragedy happened,
Mhm.
the dream was still alive. I come from a family who instilled in me confidence and belief and faith over fear. So that didn't deter the dream. It actually just probably ignited the passion even more.
Yeah.
Even though, it was tragic, but I believe that Americans handled it well. You know, we were
Yeah.
united front. What came from it was resilience and how we
Hmm.
picked the pieces back up and we began to build again. And we didn't let that stop our hearts as Americans.
Yeah, it's we can't help but be resilient. I mean, we can easily be, put down and defeated and all
Yeah.
those things, but
Yeah.
it comes a certain point where, challenges, trauma, whatever comes at us, we got to get back up.
You have to. Yeah. You can't stay down there.
Yeah.
You don't want to stay down there.
God, exactly. So, but yeah, just as a community, as a society, that is definitely something that we've all went through, whether you were there first row, front and center, or even from afar watching on TV. So we all know what that feels like. So, tell us about your program. So, Cleared for Takeoff is actually the name of your program. Tell us about it.
Yes. Clear for Takeoff, Your Permission to Rise was birthed in a season of crisis, of
Mm.
terror, people being afraid to fly.
Mm.
Um, Earlier this year, when we witnessed the back to back airplane crashes,
Mhm.
that did a lot to people. It crippled people with fear. And so I was kind of led to start a movement. And as a natural encourager, I decided to step out and really help people rise and tell them that your dream is still alive. You can still land your dream even in crisis, even in unusual circumstances.
Mhm.
You're resilient. You can
Mhm.
you can land the desires of your heart.
Oh, this is awesome. You're just perfect for this. See, this is why you're here. Like you're saying all the things that
Our name
I
is Joy.
say. And your name is Joy.
You
It's
know
like,
what, Doctor? I'm also drinking a Joy Burst.
no way.
Have you
Oh,
tried
I
these?
have heard of those.
They are so
I
good.
I haven't tried it, but when I was looking up a joy day, like National Joy Days, that's how I
Yeah.
came across that because they named a National Joy Day. I forget when it
Did they
is.
really?
They did. It's either the one in June or December. And I was like, Joy Burst? I actually haven't had it.
I love it.
It tastes good?
They're good. I found them in Costco, and it has a little bit of electrolytes and minerals and vitamins and 0 calories. But it
Well, there
doesn't
we
taste
go.
like it's 0 calories. It's
That's our
really
commercial for
refreshing,
this hour.
right?
That's awesome.
Jokers.
Well, speaking of things that have our names, Enjoy, there's Enjoy electronic cigarettes. Okay, that is definitely not a plug, but I won't try that. But it just happens that they have those. All right. So, well, you alluded to earlier, having times of your life where you had experienced self-doubt. So, can you take us back to the very first time, if you can remember the very first time self-doubt almost grounded your dreams and what you gave and well, actually what gave you the courage to stay in the cockpit instead of bailing out?
Yeah, I love that question and thanks for asking it. The time where doubt almost grounded my dream was the time I felt extremely overwhelmed in every aspect of my life. So
Mm.
I'll paint the picture for you. I was
Mhm.
a full-time flight attendant, a
Mm.
full-time pilot, student pilot, and I just gotten married. So
Oh.
I was doing a lot. That was a very busy time in my life. And I remember one afternoon, I just finished a training in Florida,
Mhm.
live in Atlanta, but unfortunately my flight school closed down. So I was forced to pivot to a different flight school. So I settled on the one in Florida. It was the same flight school. And I bought a bike
Mhm.
to ride to and from the training to my Airbnb. And one afternoon after training, I remember getting back to my Airbnb and collapsing on the hardwood floor. I was
Mm.
exhausted. I was overwhelmed, and I remember sobbing like a baby and saying,
Oh.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
This isn't for me." And I remember calling my husband on the phone, and he told me something that changed the trajectory of my life. I told him, I said, I am ready to quit. Who do I think I am? Trying to become an airline pilot. This is huge. This is too big
Wow.
for me. And I'll never forget what he said. A man of wisdom. He's He's wonderful. He's an excellent father and a natural encourager like I am. And he said, Joy, if you quit now, you will look back over your life in 6 months from now and kick yourself and say, I know you. You will kick yourself and say,
Mhm.
why did I quit?
Oh, yeah.
And so that stuck with me and it hit my heart. And I'm like, he's right. And I think about the
Yeah.
quote. I love this quote. The cost of inaction is a far greater cost than making a mistake.
Oh,
Inaction is torturous to the mind. I added my little spin to it, but
oh,
it's true. If you don't try, if you don't put action to your dream, if you give up in the middle
wow.
of it, it will haunt you. It'll be torturous to the mind. So I kept going,
Mhm.
and I passed training. I got home in time to I think right around that time it was Valentine's Day. So we celebrated Valentine's Day together and celebrated my training, passing training.
Nice.
Um, yeah, so I I am so I'm a huge proponent of community.
Mhm.
So I not every woman has a man like I do, right? A supportive spouse. They may have a supportive brother or sister, but I think as women, community is so important, which is why I started my Ride High paid membership community, which is being built right now.
Nice.
But I also have a free Facebook community for women for
Okay.
us to vent and encourage each other and to lift each other up and to land our dreams together.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you for that story. And just hearing you talk about that, I couldn't help but think of my self-doubt moment. And I've talked about it many
What was
times on
yours?
here, but there's always people who hadn't heard it.
I want to
But
hear
when
it.
I was in undergrad, and like you, I've always wanted to be a doctor. Since the age of 5, I got hit by a car. So everything just led to I want to be a doctor. I want to go to medical school. And
Yes.
in undergrad, I had a 1.9, and I was just
Not me and not you.
I know, right? I was just like, I can't do this. I
Yeah.
literally told myself I'm too stupid for medical school, crying tears. And,
Mhm.
luckily, like faith seeped in because I literally went to the Bible. There was a scripture that said, no, you are going to practice your gift. You are going to do your purpose. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. And I was just like, oh, that's
Amen.
from God. And that
Yes.
means I'm really doing this. So it's just like,
I love
it's a
that.
matter like maybe you don't always know exactly how you're going to get to where you need to go. You
Yeah.
don't that bridge has to be built, but at least you can see the other side and you're going to make it to the other side of that mountain, but that bridge needs
Yes.
to get built to go, but
Yes.
self-doubt can really defeat you, and that's such a
Really.
great quote you said.
I love that you were able to rise after that, after getting struck by a car when you were 5, and then not doing so well in undergrad. I know that some young men and women, they may flunk out of college, or they may not have the best of grades, and they take that and they say, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm not built for college, I'm not built for
Mhm.
biology or being a doctor. But
Mhm.
you just had
Mhm.
a tough semester. If you
Exactly.
like you changed your mindset, and you said, let me get myself together and pick up the pieces and build
Yeah.
and become a doctor. So I love that story.
Yeah, it's okay to make a mistake. It's just a matter of like how to get past it and adopting that resilience. You can't have
Right.
resilience without failure. You literally
Exactly.
can't. It doesn't
Exactly.
happen. And if we succumb to that self-doubt, we wouldn't be having this conversation today.
Amen to that.
Exactly. So, what do you feel people lose mentally, financially, spiritually when they let self-doubt dictate their decisions, even in small ways?
You are bringing the questions. I love that question. When you let self doubt steer your decisions, and I'm a pilot, so I always use pilot analogies, you lose altitude before you take off. So, spiritually, you lose confidence, financially, you lose opportunities,
Mm,
mentally, you lose clarity. I
mhm,
always say that the biggest battle is in the mind, right?
mhm.
So a strong mindset will lead to a strong body. A strong mindset leads to a strong spirit and a strong bank account. So Just knowing that and not letting fear and self-doubt run rampant in your mind you'll become unstoppable. I
Yeah.
I like to use an example of a woman wanting to lose weight, right? She's on a weight loss journey.
Yeah.
She's already lost 20 pounds.
Mhm.
And it's like her hitting a plateau. She's in that plateau phase. And she begins to tell herself, I can't lose any more weight. I won't get into my wedding dress.
Mhm.
The scale isn't moving. So she's saying all of this negative self-talk to her, feeding her lies. But the truth of the matter is, if she were just to replace the lies with the truth,
Yeah.
she has lost weight. She's just in a plateau phase. All you need to do is research what to do in a plateau phase, and you'll be fine. You'll continue to lose weight. So
That's good.
yeah, you replace it with truth. I will lose weight. And with that mindset, that mindset will keep you soaring and landing your dream, your dream every time. So in this
Mhm.
case, would be her dream of her dream body, acquiring her dream body.
Yes, it's all in the
It's
mind. I
all in the
mean,
mind.
destruction, the storm, all kinds of things could be happening, but when you change your mindset surrounding what's happening, I mean, you feel healthier. You're like you said, the clarity, you're able to make better decisions. I mean, I can
Mhm.
only imagine as a pilot of all things. I mean, I guess I can think of a surgeon, an emergency doctor, a pilot, right? When you are experiencing a storm, right? Or something happening, the plane's about to go down at you really have to have clarity. If you
You
freaked
do.
out,
You do.
that's between life and death for you, right? Or if a surgeon freaked out, that's life or death for their patient. So it's extremely important for you and for certain people to have that. But we're talking for everybody to have this strong mindset and to
Yeah,
change our
yeah.
mind.
And everybody can have it, especially yeah, everybody can have it. And if you're a believer, you profess over yourself
Mhm.
every single day, I have the mind of Christ. Um, I can do all things through Christ Jesus, which strengthens me. For God didn't give me a spirit of fear. I can just go on and on.
Positive affirmations.
Yes, yes, declarations over your life into your spirit. It will it will keep you in that soar phase every single time. And when I say soar, I mean you're soaring above.
Soaring,
Yeah.
going above and beyond, breaking through the glass ceiling. And that's for people who even don't even believe in God. There's so many positive affirmations you can say over your
Oh
life. I
yeah.
am strong. I can do this. I'm beautiful. I
Yeah.
can have all the potential. I think the spirituality is a cherry on top. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
That is good. So your program, if someone were to enter it, is it like a certain like a 12 week or like how long is it? What do they expect if they want to go into it?
Yeah, so I have a masterclass accelerator program, Clear for Takeoff, Your Permission to Rise, and it's a framework built in three phases: your rise phase, soar phase, and your land phase. So the rise phase, we talk about the woman you're becoming. You're becoming her. You're ambitious. You just have to know it. You just have to say it every single day. And once you become her, you are ready to power up for takeoff. And then that's when your confidence is being built in the climb. You're at your soar phase where the momentum is happening. The That's the fun part, putting your desires to action, putting your dream to action. That's the soar phase. And then the land phase is receiving the promise, is landing the
Mm.
dream, is getting all of your heart's desire. If you want to be an airline pilot, if you want to be an author of many many books, if you want to be an inspirational keynote speaker, you can have that. And so I give them strategy. I give women a toolkit to
Mhm.
keep with them during every phase.
Got
And the
it.
toolkit is my 6 P's. And I swear by this strategy: is prayer,
Uh-huh.
pen to paper, picture, play, pivot, and profess. Did I get it?
Ooh.
Prayer, pen, picture, play, pivot, and profess. My
Yeah, the
six P's.
six.
Yeah. And You use your toolkit in every phase of your life, and that's how you navigate through your life, and that's how you're able to land your dreams light with
Yeah.
ease. Because we all want to land light, right?
Awesome.
When we get to the
Exactly.
destination, we want to land with freedom,
That's
and we
the
want to grease it.
exactly.
Grease the
Loving
landing.
all the analogies. So it sounds like you it sounds like you've built a movement around helping women soar. That's the key.
Yeah.
So is there an exact moment where you knew you were done shrinking, and how did you flip that switch from hesitation to elevation? Because there's a lot of us that have that one moment, and it's a fork in the road. It's either the hesitation leads to failure, I'm not doing it, or elevation and you soar.
Yeah. Um, I have never felt myself shrinking in a room, but I um I have dealt with not overthinking,
Mhm.
getting in my own way. Fortunately, I have I grew up with a strong family unit,
Mhm.
and they would often instill in me, or all the time, um, you deserve to be in these places.
That's good.
Work hard and you'll earn it. You
Yeah.
don't, you know, you deserve to be there. They will often tell me that
Mhm.
my they would talk to me about identity and my identity. They would say your identity isn't tied in your skin color, and a promotion, and a
Mm.
rank, and a career. And so that always stuck with me. Um, and so, like I said before, I have dealt with getting in my own way, right?
Yeah.
Um, I remember being in a training environment, and it was a fire hose of
Mm.
information. I was learning a new jet,
Oh,
a more
yeah.
complex jet, and I remember getting to my hotel room and
Mhm.
collapsing on the bed from exhaustion
Yeah.
and just mental fatigue.
Mhm.
But I had a spiritual encounter that
Mm.
day that changed my life. And I fell into a deep sleep. I
Mm.
remember being on the bed in my hotel room, fell into a deep, 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 deep sleep. I mean, the deepest sleep that I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
And I heard the voice of the Lord say to me,
Mhm.
enjoy the process. And that
Oh,
changed my life.
yes.
Enjoy the process. Get out of your
Oh,
way.
yes.
Get out of your own way. And when I learned to enjoy
Mm.
and motherhood and training and business, it's it's just cleared my runway of perfectionism, of getting in my own way, of self doubt, and yeah, I'm able to to breathe
Mhm.
and feel quick and light on my feet. Um,
That's good.
so yeah, I like to say I flip hesitation into elevation. I literally feel like I'm in my elevation season. I'm in my
Yeah.
elevation season. And so when you're present and you're enjoying the process, that's when the soaring happens.
That's really good about the whole it's not really about the destination, it's about the process. You mentioned
Yeah. Yeah.
process, enjoy the process. And that's why we say journey. I don't, it's not called destination to joy. It's a journey to joy. It's
Yeah.
all about the journey
Yeah.
and the joy in the journey, some people say. So it's really important. I like what you said about your parents. You said your parents instilled in you a
Hmm.
positive mindset. And
Yes.
I had that, right? A lot of people have that, but then there's a lot of people that don't have it. So there's might be some people on here like, well, what if I don't have that? You had a parent, I was in foster care, or I had this kind of trauma. But that's where you do search for it within yourself, but
Yes.
also with therapy or professional
Yes.
help when you need
Therapy.
to. Because you
Yes.
don't want to search for it in the wrong places, looking for that
Mm,
validation on social media. So it's
right.
really important to instill in yourself self love, self compassion, self grace, self respect, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you had it or not in your upbringing, that's okay. You can still get it.
Yeah, I am a huge, I'm an advocate of therapy. I think that we all need it.
Hmm.
I've had therapy in my life, and it's just, it's a great, tool to help you be an overcomer, and it's, it's therapeutic and it's cathartic. So I'm grateful for doctors,
Yeah.
psychologists, psychiatry,
Hmm.
that helps, people with their mental health.
Yeah, we need that for sure. And even mental health professionals need it. The high achievers, overachievers, all these women that you said you work with, we all need it for sure. And self-doubt actually often shows up right before the breakthrough. I mean, when things come at us, that's when we must know something big is about to happen. Can you think of how you personally can turn anxiety into altitude using the fuel from that instead of the dead weight? And I know for me, it's running. That's how I turn my anxiety into something beneficial for me.
Yeah. Gosh, that's such a good question too.
Thank you.
Um, I look at self-doubt and anxiety as going to be another aviation analogy or
Oh,
metaphor.
keep them coming.
I look at it as turbulence. And while it may feel uncomfortable at the time, it's not going to destroy the airplane, right? Turbulence doesn't, it's not going to destroy the aircraft. The aircraft is going to fall out of the sky because of turbulence.
Love
So self doubt, anxiety is like turbulence. It's uncomfortable, but you shouldn't let it break you. You shouldn't let it destroy you. As pilots, we climb, to get out of turbulence. And
Yeah,
so I love thinking about all these
I
sayings.
love it.
Your attitude determines your altitude.
Yes.
And in the
Yes.
aircraft, we have what's called an attitude indicator, and it shows the aircraft in relation to the horizon. So if you
Hmm.
pitch up, your attitude is going to show the nose of your aircraft pitching up. You pitch down, you're descending.
Hmm.
So you want to ascend. You always want to think of higher things.
Hmm. Hmm.
You want to be soaring. You want to be looking up above. And so I say, check your attitude.
Oh yeah.
Check your attitude. Um, it's easy to allow self-doubt and anxiety run the mind, but
It's too easy.
all anxiety is the fear of control, is the fear
Mm.
of failure. But when you know
Hmm.
who is in control as a believer, you know that anxiety, fear, self doubt won't win the battle in your mind. So I use self doubt
It's
fuel
great.
as fuel to redirect, and remind myself that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that keeps me content and happy where I am.
Yeah, it's a matter of recognizing it too. Sometimes you don't realize it. And that first initial worry thought is, it takes over and now it's just a slippery slope. And now you just in a panic attack. And really love the turbulence analogy because I was just on a plane a couple weeks ago. And the turbulence, I catch myself because I'll get a little nervous because I notice my mind, because it's about your attitude. I notice
Yeah.
my mind will start not fantasizing, I guess visualizing the plane crashing. Like literally, why do I do that? I don't know. But when I have turbulence, I'm like, oh, what if the plane just crashed? And I'm not like in a panic. I'm just like thinking, like, what if the plane? I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
definitely.
Nina.
You have to hold that thought into captivity and make it obedient, because
Exactly.
that thought is trying to get you to entertain it, and you have to challenge it. You
Exactly.
say, uh-uh.
It's just turbulent. It's just turbulence.
Yeah, it's just turbulence.
But yeah, the metaphor of us is kind of like the turbulence is like a challenge or some stressor that
Yes.
comes at us. And you said it
Yes.
doesn't destroy the plane. So it's
No.
not destroying, if I guess if the plane is your life or your body, it's not destroying that. It's just a little hiccup. It's
Yeah.
life in.
Yeah, it's just a little uncomfortable. That's all. It's not
Yeah.
going to destroy you. It's not going to break you. Mm.
Exactly. We have to remember that. But at the end of the day, it makes us stronger. And let's
Yes.
pretend like it's making the plane stronger, I guess, if it goes through time.
The airplane is built to handle all kind of stressors. It's built to last.
In
So
the same way the airplane can, you are
yeah,
built to last.
yes,
You are built to get through
yes,
stressors.
yes, yes, you are.
Yes, that's good. So if you could hand every listener a boarding pass, continue with our beautiful aviation analogy,
I
labeled
have to.
cleared for takeoff, what would be the one mindset shift that we didn't talk about yet? They must pack before stepping onto that flight.
Mm, let me think about this. Um, one mindset shift.
We talked a lot about
The
positivity.
Yeah, the mindset shift that I would give someone as a boarding pass to board the flight of their life
Ooh.
is changing their what if to what's next.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to say that words aren't
Mhm.
just sound, they're seed. So you may not be able to control tomorrow, you may
Mhm.
not be able to control your outcome, but what you
Mhm.
can control is your mouth and your belief. And so when you wake up every day knowing that your destination, your purpose has already been ordained since the
Mhm.
foundation of the earth, then you
Mhm.
know that the half the battle is won. And so I think the challenge that most people deal with is walking by sight and not by faith.
Mm.
Faith is so faith is so important, and faith is the currency of heaven. It's what gives us power, and it's what heaven responds to. It responds to our
Yeah.
what we profess. Um,
Well,
there's a
it's
verse in the
envisioning
Bible.
what's not happening right now, like
Well,
expecting good and seeing the good.
yeah, yeah. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about um, the Lord hovered over the faces of the earth, and it was without form and void, but
Mhm.
that let there be light, and there was light. So He imparts in us His Spirit, His qualities, wisdom, revelation,
Mhm.
authority. And so when we know that we have that same voice activated authority, we
Yeah.
use it. We use it in our lives. Um, and it's the mindset that I believe that gets you clear for takeoff every single time. So the mindset shift that I would hand someone is turn your what if to what's
What's next?
next. What if
That's
to
really
what's
good.
next.
That's really good. That's a therapeutic strategy. I mean, flipping the what if. I mean, people always think about, well, what if this negative thing happens? Or what if this
Yes,
doesn't work out? Well, what if it does work out? Why don't you ask
right,
yourself that?
right. I hear a lot of people, young people that are getting into aviation. They want to be airline pilots. The first thing they say when they greet me, "Oh, hi, Joy. I love what you're doing. I'm inspired. I want to be an airline pilot too. But what if I run out of money? What
Mm.
if I fail this exam? Will I still get?" No, don't even let your mind go there.
Mhm.
Don't
It's that
even, don't
control.
even say that. Yeah, no, no. You you think on all things, you think higher. You live in an elevated space. You
Oh,
have to live in an elevated space. Yeah.
live in an elevated space, flying first class up in the
Mhm.
sky. First class.
Let me put you in
Yeah.
first class.
Oh my gosh, that is really, really good. Oh my goodness. So I know that how old are your kids? You have 2 young ones, right?
Yes, I have a 8-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Ah, a 2-year-old. Because I can't help but go by your page and just see you working out and being amazing and giving tips on diets and things like that. And, that's one of those deflated states that moms can be in when it comes
Mhm.
to like just having a baby. And our bodies do
Yes.
such amazing things.
We are super women.
But like, did you have any self doubt about snapping back after the baby?
You know what? The first time it took me about a year and a half to lose the weight this go around. After that, nobody told me about the second baby.
Uh oh.
The second baby is taking a little bit longer. Some things are trying to
Taking.
hang on tight to the midsection. But it's, I look at everything as a challenge. I've lost the weight before. I can lose it again. It'll probably, this go around has taken me close to 18 months to lose everything. I'm still about 10 pounds from my desired weight.
That last 10 pounds is the hardest. I don't even know. How do you do it? But
Well,
yeah, that's where I'm at. I could lose a few more pounds, but I was definitely deflated after my first child. It
oh
definitely
yeah.
took over 20 months for me to even start back running again.
And I
And
see that you run a lot. I
oh
love that for you.
I
I
love
I
running.
try to run. I'm outside doing my little jog. And then I look at my watch and I'm like, 10 minute, 30
Wow.
minute, 10 minute, 30-second mile. Like I'm like a turtle. 11 minutes
No,
until
that's not bad. That was what I was doing. I mean, I still do a run at 10:30, but from my halves where I'm trying to get my time in, it's like 9 minutes. I do this because I'm just like I try to tell myself just have fun and just slow
yes.
down. But
You look strong running. You're a strong runner. I try to get to 9. I think my goal last summer was 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And I feel like I'm sprinting at that time.
because
But
that's
my
fast.
knees won't allow me to do a lot
Mm,
anymore because I ran in school. I was a track. Yeah,
gotcha.
no.
So then your focus is weight training then?
Yeah, so my focus is clean eating and getting women to lift weights, light to medium weights.
Oh,
And you don't have to go heavy. Even using your body
gotcha.
weight, booty bands. Yeah,
Oh, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Those,
Clean eating. I'm
yeah,
still stuck
clean
on
eating.
that too. Okay.
Clean eating, fueling your body
Mhm.
instead of um, putting bad things in our body. Sometimes we can, I know for me, I'll use me as an example. I will turn to comfort foods, sugar, when I've had a bit of a stressful day. Um, and that's just not good for you. Sugar is the devil.
I mean, I think it's okay in moderation, but
In
I have to, I'm
moderation.
all or none because I can't just say, let me just only eat this one slice. I'm going to eat all of it. So I just,
Yeah.
I just stay away these days. I
But
just,
I
no
like what you
sweets.
said about moderation. You
Hmm.
can eat and you can enjoy and indulge, but don't eat the whole cake. Have a,
Yeah.
and I know that that's hard. For me, it is. I just don't
Yeah.
keep it in the house anymore. I,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
At
then
one point in my
drinking.
life, I could go through a half gallon of ice cream like in one sit, and I
Yeah.
didn't blink an
Oh,
eye.
yeah, so easy. We talked about a lot. We talked about our mindset, that's our mentality. We're talking about our physical health. We mentioned financial health. We talked about purpose. We talked about all those things that happen to be in my enjoyno, nurturing authentic living. Oh my
I
goodness.
need
Oh.
that.
And so basically helping you balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health. So if you are looking for something that can help you boost your self-confidence and get rid of that self-doubt, get some joy and get rid of that stress, get your Enjoyno. It's for $35 on my website. And you can also get the Inspired Joy for the Wife, Mom, Boss along with it for $45, or you can get it by itself. Both books are on Amazon or my website at drenjoylife.com. And you can visit Joy at the Joi Schweitzer on Instagram. And your website is joyridehigh.com. So if anybody was interested in your program, they just go there and sign up.
So I have the Masterclass Accelerator. We talk about, I teach women how to get their dream body. If you want to go a little bit deeper after
Nice.
the master class, I do offer one-on-ones. It's all on the website. There's another offer on there for deeper work that is available.
Nice.
But yeah, my one-on-one is called the Hanger. Um,
Oh, I need
So that's
that.
where we kick it. That's where we hang out. That's where
Oh,
you know, you get me. And
I
yes,
was
I'm
thinking
here to
like
serve you.
hangriness. You mean oh the
Mhm.
hanger like the aviation
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
That is so cute.
Thank you.
I love it. I know another one. If you find yourself taxiing in life and can't soar, because like when the plane is just taxiing, it's just like, oh God, we're not even leaving. So you might have like a plateau in life where you're taxiing as opposed to taking off. Oh, that one's
I
free.
like what you did there.
Oh, Joy, I could talk to you forever. You are so amazing. I always
Thank you,
talk about
Soaring.
how I've met a person. I haven't met you in person, but I did find myself watching The Mole on Netflix, and that's how I discovered you. And thank you for responding when I randomly reached out.
Yeah.
So
I think
thank
we
you
were
so
following each
much.
other on LinkedIn. We connected there.
Yes, that is
And
how we connected.
yeah. Do we have any questions in the I thought I
Oh,
saw
yeah. I do have a few people watching. Are there any questions? There's Instagram. Do you have any questions on your Instagram? We're also live on Joy's Instagram.
let me see. Um it's growing so fast. I think I might have missed them.
We've got some comments. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, y'all.
Yeah, there's still a few people watching. Well, you can't tell if they're still watching, but yeah. Nice. No comments on your end?
I saw a couple questions, but
Oh, they
it went by,
disappeared?
so it disappeared.
Oh.
I don't even know if they're still in here, but I'm sorry. Oh, there's one. Realty with Olu, Captain Joy. How do I get a hat like that for knees? Ooh, you like my hat?
That's so funny. What does your hat say? I can't even see from here. I'm so far
Land
apart.
your dreams.
Oh, yeah, of
Um,
course.
I have a hat line coming out. These hats here, the font's going to be different, but inside the hat is a satin liner to protect our crown, our edges,
Well, it sounds
and
like
your
it was created by Black people.
me.
Oh, it's yours.
Is my
Oh
yeah.
man, you gotta tell
Um,
me your manufacturer because I'm trying to get some hats since I run all the time.
yeah, I'll send you one. Just encouraging phrases. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. And they will be ready in the next month and a half. I'll have a pre-order and launch and all that good stuff. And I'll keep you all updated. I'll keep the audience updated on social media. So stay tuned for that. Also, you can go on joyridehigh.com and just click on the wait list and you can pre-order it there. So thank you for your comment.
Yay. Thank you, everyone. Well, it looks
Thank
like
you.
no more comments. Any last words? Oh, actually, my last question that I do usually ask all my guests, and you pretty much spoke about it, but what's your personal journey to joy been like?
Ooh. My personal joy. Say that one more time.
Your personal journey to joy, because you're on Journey to
Mhm.
Joy Live. What's your
Yes,
journey to joy like?
it's been a purposeful walk.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, Dr. Nina. I didn't like my name at one point.
Mm.
I did not like when people would sing the joy song. It would
Oh,
annoy my spirit. I would get so
people.
irritated. But it was a time in my life where I was battling oppression and a heaviness that I couldn't get rid of, bitterness, anger. But God freed me from all of that.
Wow.
And He replaced it with joy. And I love my name. When people sing the joy song now, I sing along with them.
Heck yeah.
Um, so I love my name. I have a joy that I can't explain and I can't contain. And it was through the grace of God. And I thank Him for doing it. I walked, I walk in freedom. I walk healed. I walk whole. And I walk with audacious joy.
Heck yeah. That sounds amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And thank you for everyone who is tuning in. This will stay on the platforms that you're watching right now, and the audio version will be on any podcast platform. Thank you very much.
Great. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
This has been an Enjoy Life production. If you're in a crisis, don't hesitate. Call, text, or chat 988 for immediate support. Please note, this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional treatment. If you're looking for therapy or medication management through Enjoy Life, visit www.drenjoylife.com to to request a consultation. I'm licensed in 12 states. I accept Aetna in Georgia, Florida, and Virginia. Be sure to grab your copy of the Enjoy Note to help you on your wellness journey. Also check out Inspire Joy for the wife, mom, boss to help you balance it all without losing yourself. Better yet, get the full Joy bundle for just $45. Remember, Journey to Joy Live is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, may you continue to transform stress into joy.